Dude, really? Oh, come on. What the hell, dude? Fine. No, I'm gonna restart that. That is absolutely ridiculous. Nothing I can really do about that. No, I don't want to go on hard mode. I want to go on easy mode.
This is Chopper Delta, preparing to drop off at area E95070.
Resident Evil.
This is Chopper Delta, preparing to drop off at area E95070.
September 28th, daylight. The monsters have overtaken the city. Somehow, I'm still alive.
Son of a bitch. Oh, get off. Yo, Atomic, how's it going, dude? Nemesis is coming. He certainly is. How's things to you, dude? How are you doing? Get off. Bloody zombie. Nice. That'll do. Dude, what the hell? Get out of the way! I think the R3 original is better than the remake, but the remake is okay. It doesn't need the hate it gets. Yeah, I'd agree. The remake is more of a fun game for speedrunning more than anything else. Do 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 do. Yeah, I can see you doing good, dude. Holy shit. Okay, that's a bit of a problem. Not the zombies like that for a while. Wow, okay. That's really unfortunate. Let's just keep going. Oh. The tremor boss in Nemesis was terrifying. Mr. X-Wing would have been perfect. It feels like it decided to speed through Nemesis transformations too quickly. Yeah. Out of the way, my guy. What we got? Caution. God damn. Oh my god, what the hell, dude? Come on, grab this. So grab the grenade launcher, why not? And every single one of them, even the ones people don't want to play, like Gaiden and Survivor. God damn. Yeah, Survivor I'm not a fan of. Survivor 2 was more bearable because it only took like 20 minutes to finish. Yeah, Ari is my favorite series. Do 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 do. Thanks, buddy. Wow. So one time I'm glad Nemesis actually ran. Yeah, Zelda's in my top 3. Second, I think, after Resident Evil. Take one of these, just in case we need it. Alright, more than Silent Hill just due to more entries, but I think it's more true in psychological horror than Resident Evil ever was. Yeah, psychological horror. I mean, I've gone through the second Silent Hill game. That was really good. The first one I couldn't stand at the time. Silent Hill games too, including PT. Oh, dude, PT, man, I couldn't play that game. Like that's a no-no for me. The game absolutely is terrifying. PT once in a while. Yeah, I've seen PT being played, but I'm like, nah, no thanks. Not a chance in me playing that. Probably the scariest game that I've seen, or if not at least one of them. Haunting Ground. What's Haunting Ground? Oh, it's on PS2. Oh, okay. I mean, you never know, dude. We're kind of in that sort of situation where remasters are really a thing at the moment. Yeah, that sort of time with gaming and all that. Yeah, PS2, man. What a console.
This way.
This way. My dog, which was the dog. The dog was the one Leon said. The original RE4. Ah, poor Ashley. In the remake, though, she's had a much better character. Oh shit. God damn it. My dog in the. Oh! Gotcha. I thought you literally meant Ashley. I'm like, oh, damn. But yeah, no, the dog that's in RE4, yep. I'll get into more of a wolf in the remake, so that breaks that Easter egg. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. What would you say is your favorite Resident Evil game, Atomic? Out of all of them, dude. If you had to pick one. Oh damn, okay. It's me from a lot of because this is definitely my favorite of all the Resident Evil games. Let's pick up the zombies. Get off. Fine, we'll do it this way. There you go.
You're one of
Oh, fair enough, dude. RE2 remake is my second favorite. RE1 remake is really good. RE4 remake is really good. Code Veronica for me is kind of like, eh. The thing that really bugs me though with Code Veronica, just as the worst thing with copy and paste, I think that's the thing that really bugs me the most. But yeah, RE2 remake is fantastic for a remake. RE1 really sets the bar quite high. RE4 I felt did a fantastic job as well. Yeah, I can understand that. Honestly, I do prefer the remake by quite a substantial margin. Get off. Honestly though, I do feel that the best Resident Evil game of all time, in my honest opinion, is classic RE2. If I had to pick one. Just because of like the overall pacing and stuff like that, it does everything so well. What do you mean you don't need it right now? You're right there. Yeah, original RE4, as much as I enjoyed that, it's not on my top 5 list. On RE6, in the end, it's overall better than 5, yet 5 doesn't get hated on as much. I'll be honest, I do prefer 5, but 6 I have been doing co-op with Josh, and it's actually alright. I just think, as a Resident Evil game, I don't think it's very good, but, you know, obviously, like, each their own, of course. Come on, what's with this camera, my guy? And what's with the angle, I mean? That's pretty good RNG. Not bad at all. Do. Issues of the story stand by that. Leon's story alone in 6 is much better than all of 5. That's fair. I think the thing with 5 for me though, why I enjoyed it so much is because it's a game like, before I knew about speed running, it was one of those games I actually like whizzed through the game to see how quick I could finish the game in. Same as Devil May Cry 1, which is still my favorite in that series. Shame about that, but we can get ourselves another herb in a moment, so that's fine. Yeah, we've just done, in terms of the co-op stuff, we've done Leon and Helena's story. We did Chris and Piers. So we've got Jake and Sherry to do, and then of course Ada after that. First with co-op, and most people have fun with Upbagged, ignoring how cringe the story kind of is since the game is fun with a friend. Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair statement, dude. God damn it. No, fuck off. Stop doing that with the damn thing. There we go. Are you gonna get Requiem when it comes out, dude? I assume you probably will. Regina's character turned into Zero Samus, basically took the CGI movie Death Island to sort of address something messed her up, and how do we fix this? Yeah, I can sort of see that as well, dude. That's a fair thing. I wanted the crows, not the dogs, but never mind, we got around them. In many ways, they took an iconic villain and made him cringe, and the joke in 5 Million Wesker's dialogue was terrible in a lot of it. I didn't mind his dialogue so much, but it was just a shame that they killed him off. I know that eventually you'd kill him off, but if they're gonna do anything, why not in, say, like RE9, which is apparently gonna be the last one of this sort of Oh, Wesker was fantastic. He's actually my favorite video game character of all time. Like, that's how you portray a villain, from like the start when he builds up to you know, where he sort of gets to in the end. One thing I'm glad of is that they, the sensible options, or the ones that you want for like speed and stuff like that, at the top, so you could just rapidly tap X. The controller. He's gonna run after me this time. He's a menace. He's an absolute menace. Just to have all this hatred, Grayson could have killed him 100 times over, but doesn't, then complains he only has 7 minutes. Yeah, there's also that as well. He could have done a lot more. QT dialogue, battle, but he was cool in the final fight. Honestly, I think it was more of a pain in the ass in that boss fight in the end. Shit. Alright, it's lucky we've got another green herb coming up or two. That's okay. Okay, that's good. Get the birds here so we don't have to worry about the dogs anymore. Right, let's go get ourselves a herb. Actually, maybe not. We'll use that. Yeah, we can just have that. Quite a bit at the end, just not throughout the game. Yeah, that's fair, dude. He did do a lot of like messing around with Chris, like really toying with him though. So I can you know, I can understand that for sure. Woo! That's crazy. That bloody dude. What about zombies? Okay. Get past these then. Let's kind of open it with the dogs. The dogs. I'm gonna get a blue herb though, because those spiders in the clock tower are always spitting on me. They always do, every time. Such a bloody nightmare it is. Let's grab one of these. I'll have one there in case I need it. Top bands. RE5 should have went the route to actually kill off Chris and either Josh or Jill comes to see finish game with one of those two in Sheva. It would have definitely been really interesting for sure. I'd have personally liked that. That was a good guess. I was supposed to go for Saf's room first, but yeah, we'll take it. No, get off. There we go. Yeah, can you imagine just plot twists like they kill off Chris and or someone like that? Just really injure Chris. So, Wesker is a top villain, still Josh or Jill replace him. Damn it. Every part of RE5 want them to have their own game, Revelations 3 or something. Yeah, I feel like it would make sense. That was not bad actually. I feel like it would make sense for those two to, you know, be in the same game and stuff, because Josh is obviously essentially Sheva's sort of mentor, which would definitely fit quite well. Revelations 1 and 2 go before Code Veronica. Revelations 1 and 2 is actually really good. I think 2 is better than 1, but both are still pretty, you know, pretty solid. I went and played those back along, not last year, but the year before, for like Spooktober month. What do you think of Zero, dude? Is Zero something that you're alright with? Character Nori is Claire. It's fair. I would say if Wesker was not my favorite character, it would be Jill. Jill second, then Leon. Yeah, good shout. I think of the male characters, if Wesker didn't exist or was as cool as what he was, and Leon for me, definitely. That's close. Get the fuck away from me. What the hell? Even with me, I'd copy and paste called campaign character, but do love the main voice actor. Oh, we got caught on something. Oh, that's cool. Shit. Whoa! This speedy boy. Game which just doesn't hit. It's something amazing, just okay kind of game. The second time around I went and played it, it's actually alright. It was actually not too bad. First time round I thought it was kind of meh. But yeah, I ended up playing it last year on stream, finished the game, did Leech Hunter mode as well, which actually is a pretty good minigame. It doesn't hit the same spot as Mercenaries though in RE3, Fourth Survivor RE2, Extreme Battle Mode RE2, anything like that. But yeah, Leech Hunter is still pretty good, the way that you gotta think. So the way I did it is go around, kill the enemies first, and then go and get the leeches. In particular with the hunters, because there's a bunch of those. Alright, not bad so far, guys. Do you have any games you're gonna play in the new year, dude? Oh, dude, Outbreak, Resident Evil Outbreak. I want them to remake that, please. Give us a remake of Outbreak. But I guess focusing more around Outbreak File 2, just because apparently that had more. It was like what Phantasy Star Online was with Episode 2 and Episode 1. So it was Episode 1 with extras.
Only higher. 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 Only h
Right, let's see if we can get some gunpowder, because man will need to make. The online for those were ahead of its time. It really was. Because the thing is, back then though, with the exception of the Dreamcast, where Sega kind of knew where they were going with online, it was just dial-up was really expensive. With the PS2 and the GameCube and stuff, in that kind of era before Xbox come out, they didn't know what to do. At least that's what it sort of feels like. They didn't know what to do with online stuff. But nowadays, though, everything's all online, so they all know now. Especially with the internet being cheaper, which is ironic because the internet is not cheap these days. Sake. Dead Aim's actually really good, I thought. I didn't think it was that bad. Not one of the best ones, but it was fun with G-Con. Because, yeah, I actually went and finished that game. It was, yeah, pretty good fun. It was something different. Wasn't quite what you'd expect from a Resident Evil game. But it was, yeah, pretty good. Once you get used to the gameplay, yeah, because you have the D-pad, you have all the other sort of like bits and pieces and stuff. Yeah, really quite alright actually, from what I remember of it. Carlos. Yeah, we take the freeze rounds, please. And take him this time. 12 freeze rounds as well. That's amazing. What kind of games are you going to be playing this year, dudes? Is there anything in particular that you feel you want to play? Okay, no, I thought my camera had frozen for a sec. I'm like, don't do this to me. Right, let's have a look at them. What do we got? Souls Life now. Oh, hell yeah, dudes. Oh, with like Liza P and stuff. There's a grenade launcher. There it is. Oh, damn it. What would you say is the best Souls-like game you've played? Liza P is your current main game. Tuesdays co-op night with your best friend. Grew up. Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Oh, is that on what, PS3 and Xbox? Because that's been out for a long time, isn't it? If I remember, it had like a blue cover on it, I think, or something. Knew that was coming, dude. God, these spiders, man. PS5. There, dude. I wasn't meant to do that. God damn it. Remastered and delisted like a year later. Did I not discard that key? What a rip-off, man. Grabbed it. Hell yeah. God damn it. Neo, Wu Chang, or Wukong after Liza P. Fair. God damn it. So all over the place, this box, the music box. It's a little bit slow. It's not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. Oh no, I did discard it. Okay, that's good. That's really good. Dark Souls 1, yeah. Dark Souls 3, nice. Demon Souls, Bloodborne, Elden Ring, and then Dark Souls 2 for any Souls-like from other companies. That's fair, dude. That's fair. I'm very glad someone else thinks Dark Souls 1 they prefer over Dark Souls 3. I absolutely love Dark Souls 1. Great game it is. I do think Dark Souls 3 is a better game, but Dark Souls 1 is... Nah! Get out of my face! Really? You're gonna do this to me? God damn. The lore in Dark Souls 1. What was your favorite boss dude in Dark Souls 1? I'd say for me, probably Ornstein and Smo, I think, are my favorite in the S1. The worst boss in the game. Apart from Pinwheel, who was like the most pointless boss, Better Chaos was just dog shit as a boss. It was not my personal preference at all. Pretty much most of the bosses, not pretty much most of them. I mean, like Butterfly, Wolf Sylph, Ornstein Smoke, Qualag, Crossbreed Priscilla. God, Priscilla was tough the first time you go against her. It's like, oh, she's invisible. Oh, God. Back in Priscilla, she was peaceful. Wow, that's why everybody goes for the freeze rounds. You just leave it, but I did for the trophy.
Jill! Jill!
October 1st, night.
Okay, now I understand why people go for the freeze rounds. Takes a lot less time than the Magnum.
I'm still alive.
Bastard. Well done. I thought I could get past him, man. Nope. Not today, son. Not today. Well damn, because zombies there. First Souls game, beat it with a friend, but Dark Souls 1 is where it really clicked. Yeah, Dark Souls 1 for me was the one I started on. Demon Souls I ended up playing, but I got to King What's His Face, where he drops you down by a level if he does his special on you. I was like, man, that is like way too difficult for me. Because it goes against everything that I normally do when it comes to like grinding. Wowzers, dude. I cannot believe I actually made that work. Oh, I was getting hit. That was actually insane. Don't think I'm beating my time on this, but you never know, guys. You never know. We might get lucky. Depends on the rest of the thing on this. Come on. Yeah, Demon Souls is good though. Maybe I might go back to it at some point, but yeah, the fact that that boss was bloody ridiculous.
There also appears to be a slight fracture in his right arm just below the elbow. However,
Right, trying to remember. Holy shit, okay.
Don't shoot!
Yep. No, get off! Two by three. Okay, so one to the right. Remake was so good. You're gonna try for the Skyrim challenge? Oh, what for one up, dudes? Yeah, good luck. Okay, 253 up and right. Yeah, with the challenges, dude, I've been making sure that all of the challenges I've been doing have been the 500-point ones. Just make sure I get as many points as I can, especially when it comes to not being able to do collab stuff with people. So originally I was meant to do it, but the person obviously that had spoke to me, I basically just said, let me know if, if it's a problem or whatever, and they did let me know, which I do appreciate a whole lot, because it allowed me to do my other challenge, the one that I had for backup, rather than wasting my time and theirs. Two of the Elden Ring ones done. Yeah. The thing is I mean, it comes down to a lot of factors with it. Number one is if you've got people you can work with for the collab stuff, that's going to help you a lot. Number two is if you've got the time to do the challenges. Holy crap, okay. We actually made that work. God damn, so... things like that. And number three, of course, the main one is if you've actually got the games in the first place. Because if you don't, then that does present a massive problem as well. If you haven't got access to these games, because games are expensive, then yeah, it does present a problem. Yeah, I'm gonna leave my thoughts to it. Obviously afterwards, I'll either message Tash, because I've been like talking to Tash on that kind of stuff, and asking a lot of questions, or just do a video of it and then like post it up. What my thoughts are. So busy and still in so many nights she fell asleep after work. Yeah. Like what can you do? There's nothing you can do. I do think it has been a really fun experience to do the whole like event and stuff. I'm very glad that they've gone and done it. As soon as I saw there were challenges for it, I'm like, sign me up. This is what I sort of thrive for, is doing challenges and stuff like that. But yeah, I wasn't really sure what to sort of go for, because I know Tash had basically asked me, she did say, what games do you want to recommend for the challenges? And I wasn't sure. Like, I wasn't 100% sure. Just trying to think of stuff off the top of my head, but I think I've got a vague idea for next year. Oh shit, what the hell am I doing? No, go this way, please. too many Pokemon challenges games you don't really play too, so hard to pick and choose for what you go for. Yeah, there's always that as well, which obviously brings me back to the point of if you haven't got the games, then you can't like pick anything really. It's kind of very, very difficult. You have to stick with what you've got. Obviously, a lot of these challenges were quite lucky for myself that I was able to just go, oh, I want to do this one, this one, this one, and then make a note of what I was going to go for. But for a lot of people, they don't really have that luxury, especially where they just don't have those games. You know, it obviously makes it a lot more difficult for some people over others. Also, as well, another thing is raiding into people. So, for example, Lonely Tree, who lives in apparently Hong Kong, I think, or somewhere. I'm pretty. Is it Hong Kong? It might be Hong Kong. It's somewhere out in the eastern part of the world, and of course, their time zone is a lot more difficult to you know, sort of grasp compared to everybody else. So for them, people weren't able to like raid them. So that made it a little bit of a bummer for them. So you know, there's all these like different factors and stuff. Now, obviously, I understand with running an event, you can't necessarily cater for everybody. That's just impossible. You know, you just can't cater for everybody. Only do the best you can. So I think the best thing for me to do, of course, is to obviously essentially note take and just send it across to them and just say, this is what I think worked really well. This is stuff that I feel maybe not so much. But the one thing in particular that I feel was perfect is 4 weeks for the duration of it.
Hey!
4 weeks for a duration was really good. 2 challenges a week, I understand why, because it's just for, you know, for everybody to go through those games. Because oh, nice, we actually got through there for once. Right, there we go. As much as I would like it to be just do as many of these challenges as you possibly can do, again, that would put the people who don't have these games at a much bigger like disadvantage. So you kind of have to limit it to a number per week to allow everybody to have that fair chance. So yeah, there's a lot of factors to it. But I think what would be good as well is if everybody was to like cast a vote for you know, what kind of games that they want to see and stuff. But that comes down to 2 things. Number one, it depends on what people had said to the people who were running the event. In terms of what games, this is why Tash went around and asked everybody and said, you know, about the games and stuff, as far as I know. On the other side of it as well, to put a vote up on Discord. So there's that as well. I might decide to maybe ask about the Resident Evil stuff, maybe for next time round, because I enjoy these games. I think they're just great for what they are. I think also having some hitless challenges, I think, would be incredible as well. I'd be all for that. Please give me the leeches and not the hunters. Well, I would say as well the most fun, oh nice, the most fun challenge that I've done, it was also the one I was most nervous about, was the Pokemon Gaming Challenge, where every Pokemon in your team needs to have a letter from the word gaming. Elden Ring challenges, I haven't clipped them yet, so I guess I'm past being able to. Yeah, the thing is, this is why they always ask me what are your challenges for the week. If you don't post them within the week, it's too late. post any of the challenges planned to do. I think I messed up the whole month for this. Yeah, I think that's the thing, because you have to do it because for like the week that you're doing it. Because that's what happened with somebody else. I think it was Feather. Feather was looking at posting it for week 4, but because they had forgot to post it up for week 3, and apparently it's too late. Because if you don't post the challenges that you've done, it's classed as a fail. Oh, excuse me. Right, do we have any more gunpowder here? Yes, we do. That's beautiful. I'm going to get one lot of gunpowder, I think. Because we want to be able to beat the Gravedigger. That's just where time is against you. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot you can do. If time is not on your side, there's really not a lot you can do. But the way I'd always look at stuff as well is that any kind of, whether you consider it mistakes or errors or whatnot, was set before, use that as like a learning curve for the future as well. One thing I can honestly say though with the whole event is never be afraid to like ask questions. I must have asked Tash about 50 questions, just with different stuff. Just being like, can I do this, or is this fine to do with this? I mean, that's what they're there for. Never be afraid to ask those guys questions, because it's very important. It'd be the difference between success and failure when it comes to like the challenges and stuff.
I'm quite impressed.
Okay, let's go. Right, we've got one lot, so this will be a good idea for me for the future. So to see if I am going to do alright with Magnum ammo. I'm pretty sure I will.
What's going on?
I need the Magnum for Gravedigger, which is here. Cool. Always good to be around here. There we go. Spend much time on Discord this month, your biggest weakness being active there. Yeah, that definitely makes it a lot more difficult. Sometimes it's worth putting on the notifications if you haven't got them on, because then at least you can see the messages come up, even if you're not on Discord. You're like, all right, so this is happening and stuff like that. Ooh, nice. All right, leeches. Yeah, I'm always happy to, give my 2 cents on things, and always happy to like help people. I really don't mind. But just missed a lot of the information because I wasn't on there every day, and I think it's how you miss your stream time slot, which is 100% on you. That's fair, dude. I mean, again, the best thing to do, have the notifications on, or just make like a note of it somewhere if you're not on Discord, which I get, like, not everybody is going to be 100% of the time. If you're too busy and stuff like that. then naturally that's gonna be a lot more, you know, a lot more easier for just doing that kind of stuff. Yo, Josh, how's it going, dude? Yeah, I don't think we're beating this time of day, guys, but we'll take it on the chin. I think the start of it with the chance of getting the code right was kind of an omen to this run here, but that's fine. Yeah, we're definitely capable of making a good run on this at some point. Bear in mind, this is only my second attempt on actually doing speedruns. Listen to the music while building some of the Titanic model. How far are you into the model, dude? Yeah, I'll do some shiny hunting, I think, as well today, guys. Don't know what else I'm going to do yet. Not really sure, but we'll sort of go with it. Also, gotta say as well, Atomic, I really like your games collection, dude. I think it's pretty fucking lit, I'm not gonna lie. You're like the one person who puts me to shame. I like quite a long way when it comes to games collections and stuff, just seeing it all in the background, dude. It's one thing I really, really like. Dude, come on. I would just read your message in a moment, Sonic. Just gotta do the switches. Notifications, but when part of so many discords that I still miss a lot because of notifications overshadow others, I feel like I need a tutorial and just drop the discords, you know, go in too much. I mean, there's that, dude. I mean, I never stay around on like every discord that I've been part of, you know, like some of them I've left because either I don't post or I'm not really like active on them and stuff like that. Giratina, Cresselia, Fion, Manaphy, Darkrai, and Ferrocac, is that your team? That was close. It was a second slower there, that would mean it. Get off. I don't know what time this is going to be. I don't think it's going to be particularly great, though. If I do happen to get a personal best on this, I'll be very, very shocked. But I don't think I will. Get off. Games for years, which I'd never lost your NES and SNES collection leaking basement without the games you owned on the Switch. I'd be right with you, dude. You have the games you own on the Switch Online as well as NES and SNES systems. Do have everything on PS1 onwards, though. God damn, dude. Yeah, it's a hell of a collection. How many games do you have overall, dude? Because I like to think for me, I've probably got anywhere between sort of 500 to 800 like physical games. Obviously, I've not been able to put them all obviously on like a shelf or anything like that. Hang on. Yeah, I'm doing this completely wrong. Yep, that's fine. Back. C. Left. No, I need to go back that way, don't I? No, that's fine. Yeah, A is actually fine, I think. Are you alright? Okay. It's a lot of slowdown there. 8,000 with digital and physical. God damn. A few thousand. I'd say that games collection is huge, dude. Yo, nudes, how's it going, dude? It's not gone well there, guys. Really, really not gone well there. For time wasting and stuff. I don't think I'm going to beat my time, but that's okay. Not being a particularly great one. But everything else we've kind of got alright. We'll finish the run. Challenge month Bob is learning experience. I think I did the one challenge last Sunday, so maybe I can post that, at least that one. Yeah, I think Sunday's fine, dude, because it starts on a Sunday. So as long as that's one you've like written down and stuff, then yeah, absolutely go for it.
Warning. Missile attack confirmed. All personnel evacuate immediately.
Were we supposed to tell others what challenge we did, or just do it in post? So basically, we write down what we're gonna do. So for each week, so say for example, if I wanted to do the gaming challenge for Pokemon or something like that, I write that down for challenge 1, and then challenge 2 is whatever. But before you do the challenges, make sure you notify them on whatever week it is. So week 1, 2, 3, or 4, what challenge you're gonna be doing.
Warning.
Just pulling up the list and doing them, and was only going to post the ones you were successful with. Yeah, they don't allow stuff like that, unfortunately, dude. If only it was that simple, that would have been great, but yeah, otherwise that would have been pretty damn awesome.
Checking battery. Warning. There is not enough power to activate the system.
Battery connected. Yeah, absolutely, dude. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having like a, you know, a learning curve and a learning experience stuff. I do the same all the time, you know. I'm still like learning lots of bits and pieces, but yeah, just obviously keep your like eyes peeled for it and stuff. Just sort of see what's happening. Mom. There we go. Battery connected.
Executing quick charge program. Preparing system. Fire.
That was really good placement. God damn. Better at coming up with the challenges and actually doing them. That's fair. I mean, there was also a separate section for games that were similar and stuff, and I went to check in terms of not being hit in a dungeon. I said, what about Ocarina of Time? And they said the only ones you could do is the temple ones. So, like, the adult dungeons, which I was like, oh. Okay, there we go. But yeah, nevertheless, it was fun to do these challenges and stuff. As I said, it's something that I thrive on, just try and improve. Okay, let's go. It's not bad at all on that. I don't think it's a personal best. I really don't, but we will see. Some challenges require playing the games to a certain point. If you beat the game, you might have to play half the game to get there again. Yeah, I mean, the thing is with, like, Tears of the Kingdom as an example. So I had, what was it, going after the Lionel, but I made sure that I saved before going after the Lionel, so that was going to take a few minutes. There's certain other, like, elements, I think, with the game that you can do without having to restart, but there are, of course, other elements, as you say, that you need to spend a huge amount of time to get there.
That's it. I've had it. This time you're going to have fun.
And now we have a rather unfortunate turn of events. It seems that the President and the Federal Council have passed judgment over the civilians of Raccoon City. The President and Federal Council have ruled that the Backless terminate operations.
Well, Skyrim, Elden Ring are examples. Tears of the Kingdom did have one where you have to go from, like, start to finish and do it in X amount of time, I think. Same as Breath of the Wild.
Current reports have the death toll surpassing the 100,000 mark. Our hearts go out to those poor civilians of Raccoon City.
Save system itself, just one save is all you get. Oh, one entire file, yeah. I mean, if it's anything like Mario Odyssey, then you can have, like, multiple save files. You just need to do the data management thing, but it'll be on Google on how to do that. But I can't remember how off the top of my head. Alright, not bad. Not bad on that, guys. As I said, I don't think this is a personal best, but I feel this is, you know, alright. I think it's like a 130 something. I'm not 100% sure. We'd have to sort of see. We can't get past this either, which really sucks. Do 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 do. Which of these should have been on the challenge list? I think all Game of the Year winners over the year should be on the challenge list. I mean, it's the best thing to kind of do with that is always, like, bring it up with the people who run the events, the admins. Like, always bring it up with those guys and just say, you know, I'd like to see this on the list and stuff. It never hurts to tell them. Those guys have always been very welcoming when it comes to suggestions in any way, shape, or form. It could make for an interesting thing. I think like versatility and stuff is not a bad idea. But yeah, definitely, as I said, talk to Tash about it. She's very, very helpful on that kind of stuff. As I said before, she's the one that I always tend to go to about any sort of queries and concerns and stuff like that.